Welcome back to another Ab Nation Live Tonight Show with the hockey coach, global coach Francis directly for the beautiful country on Thailand on the great Thursday, thankfully night on February 23rd, 2023. We are, ladies and gentlemen, about 1 week away from the trade deadline, but something has already started to make some trade today. Another team did it. The Boston Bruins make a big trade. We're going to talk about this tonight. But tonight, the biggest question, guys, is about this one here. Is it HUTSON the best ab prospect for the Montreal Canadiens? Do you feel he is the best prospect for the future with the Montreal Canadiens? And the prospect I'm talking about, it's not the one play already with the Montreal Canadiens. Kirby Dach or Caulfield or Ken Coley or Jekai. I'm talking about the player did not have a game with Montreal, including like Owen Beck, Riley Kidney, Angstrom, Rover, Guindon, and I can go all the way like that, right? So that's what we're going to talk about first on this subject of the night. Then we have a lot of subjects to talk about. The Montreal Canadiens have some update. First of all, the injuries. Secondly, we talk about the claim they did today. They claim a player from the waiver. But why? Why they did that? What the purpose they claim a player right now? Then we talk about the genius Ken Hughes today. What are you talking about, coach? But today I want to talk about Ken Hughes. It was my Ab Daily News today, and it was about Ken Hughes, the genius for the Montreal Canadiens behind the desk. And then we're going to talk about other update for the Montreal Canadiens. And the next 4 of the 5 games, they play again the lower team in NHL. They are not in the playoff. The Flyers, the San Jose, the Anaheim, the Ottawa. What do you want them to do? Win the game or lose the game? That's the big debate, right? Because some people want the Montreal tank. Some people want the Montreal win. So we're going to talk about this. Finally, we're going to go around the league, the NHL around the league, where the team now, the Washington, honestly, with the trade, they became a seller and not a buyer. And what happened with Pittsburgh? They are right now losing 6-1. 10th game in action tonight, and some team already make an impact for the Montreal Canadiens. What are you talking about? But if Detroit win, if the Buffalo win tonight, the Florida Panthers are going down, and that will helping and the standing for the Montreal to get their second pick from the Florida Panthers. So all we have in action tonight, we're going to talk about this. We want to follow the game definitely at the end of the show. We should be here all together for about a minimum 90 minutes to 2 hours. This is what we create now for the last couple of days, the Ab Nation. Every night, 9 o'clock p.m., please come back. Talk about the Montreal Canadiens. This is the first thing we do here at this channel, the Hockey Nation Live Show, is sharing this social media on your social media, this show, the Hockey Nation Live Show. So first of all, we always welcome everybody. We always said welcome to each one of you. And we have Mr. Chris Hansen is in the house. So the Ab have not have a power play since Markov, and your plan is to trade the best power play prospect they have in the 30 years. I don't know if you talk about myself. If it's the case, I don't know when you recall I said that. Or is it your question in general, Chris, you ask other people? I would like to be a little bit more curious about this. Just elaborate what you want to say about Lane HUTSON. And thanks so much for all the likes. We pop up already with 14 in the house. Gary Cournoyer is back in the house. Welcome back directly from Montreal. We have Chicago Bear. Our friend Nick is in the house. Welcome, Nick. Thanks to be with the hockey tonight at the Ab Nation. Then we have, of course, our friend from Ottawa, number 1 fan, Mr. Vinny James 007 is in the house. Welcome. Directly from Toronto, the co-host of the warm-up show is back with us tonight, Mr. Enartap. Zef Lecave, somewhere, somehow, dans la belle province de Québec. Il est de retour avec nous ce soir. Mon Zef, thanks so much to be with us tonight. Jose Glabro is going to be with us all night to give us all the update going on around the league. You can follow him, his post, what's happening right there. And a couple of games are tied 2-2 at this moment. But surprisingly, the Buffalo are beating right now the Tampa Bay Lightning at home. I think the Tampa Bay lost only 4 games at home this season. Said at the beginning of the third period. Our friend William McClary back now in the house. HUTSON is going to be a special player, I believe, he said, William McClary. We'll definitely talk about this the next couple of minutes. Marco Larabie knocked the door. Marco is a co-host at HABS Branch Your Sunday Rendezvous every Sunday at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. And that's the reason we talk. This channel is for the Montreal Canadiens. You can reach and talk with Marco and myself every Sunday morning, 11 o'clock. We'll give you a little bit more what's going on during the week prior and the week following for the Montreal Canadiens. We have already accomplished, I believe, 22 shows so far since the beginning of the season. We have sometimes some guests join us when we're recording the video. And that's what we do every Sunday morning. Thanks to Marco to be with us tonight. That's what happening. The Oilers, RJ Calabro 2-2. Oilers killing Pittsburgh tonight. Yes, I think at some point it was 6-1 last time I checked. 6-1 at the beginning of the third period. Now the Lightning cut the lead from 2-1. It's 4-3 for the Buffalo. The Wild still winning 2-0. The Ducks Capitals 2-2. The Kings Devil, the Devil come back 2-2. Thomas Tatar have a great night for them. The Detroit Red Wings beat one out the Rangers after 40 minutes. And the Blues lead at the beginning of the second period by the score 1-0. Following at 9 o'clock, the Golden Knight holds the Flame. Flame won yesterday by the score 6-3 against the Arizona Coyotes. The Kraken holds the Boston Bruins tonight. Finally, the Nashville last game of the night at 10:30. This is the San Jose Sharks. So that's what we got here. Let's move on. We have a trade for a guy who had to get trade for Eric Carlson in the past. It's got to be good about this. Petri, real steal for the Penguins. Yeah, Marco, it was it. And our tap, welcome. I guess the reason for Danny is they don't want to train Laval and let them have a playoffs run. About that, he said, Chicago, no problem, coach. I feel like trash, but I'm always here. Thanks so much, Nick. Gary Cournoyer said, HUTSON is the best prospect for now. He will get the fans out of their seat with his play. About this, the coach, HUTSON did a press release about injuries. What should we ask her for next? Yeah, still don't know what they are, the injuries, but it was not very good. And finally, not sit in the Nissan car, but sit in the couch, back in the house. Here we go. Dixon Automobile Group is in the house. Our friend L. Ensign back in the house tonight. Thanks so much, guys, to be with us. Don't forget to click on like. Back the highest floor. Here we go. From L. Ensign. Great comments about this one over there. Do you hear about the decision for Dak injuries? About this. So when we get all the people in the chat with all the comments, if you have any questions, guys, don't forget this is your show to talk about the Montreal Canadiens or anything in the NHL. We ask you, if you don't mind, to put the letter Q and find your questions so I can follow easier. The Buffalo Sabres back already with another goal. And this is the hat trick for Tage Thompson. Scored 3 goals tonight right now. And that Buffalo Sabres take the lead again by 2 goals. Not a very good game for the Tampa Bay Lightning right now and at home. So that's what we got right there. So let's talk about what went. Danny T knocked the door. Welcome aboard, Danny. Thanks for being with us. So the question of the night is this one. Is it Lane HUTSON the best HABS prospect right now in this organization? We know he was drafted at 62 overall pick last year in Montreal. A lot of people was questionable about him because his size. He was 5'8" and 154 at the time of the trade, at the time of the initial draft. During all year long, we know every year we have people, expert or different company do our own draft mock during the year, right? You have at the beginning of October, you have one at the mid-season, and then you have one at the end of the season, and then you have maybe a reviewing one, maybe in June or at the beginning of June, and that's happening usually between the expert. At that moment, Lane HUTSON was selected by the many prospects at the end of the first round, maybe at the beginning of the second round. That was what the direction the people would said about Lane Hudson. Play for the national team and USA, dominate very well. Really an amazing, great skater and vision, great and shifty. A lot of great comments about him. Play for Team Canada, Team USA at the World Junior Championship, and I can go all the way. You already know about Lane Hudson. But unfortunately, the size was the biggest problem. It dropped out of the first round, and then you have to wait all the way to 62 overall when the Montreal Canadiens decide to take a chance with Lane Hudson. Right now, honestly, this turnaround to maybe become a home run for the Montreal Canadiens because right there, he has in 29 games this season, he has 10 goals, he has 28 assists, and he has right now 38 points this season, and say one of the biggest season that any other defenseman did as a freshman and NCAA. Talking about Adam Fox, Kel McCarr, and many others. You can see he have over 1.3 point per game since he played with the Boston University. So this is really interesting. But this is not over yet. He has grown. He's look like he's 5'10". So he gained 2 inches. Bring back Lane Hudson 6 months ago, or maybe now is almost like 10 months ago, or 7 months, whatever it is. Last July, it put Lane Hudson 5'10" beside his name. He would be gone earlier in NHL. He's still about 160, but again, he grow, and that's when the Montreal are really excited about that situation about him. He have a lot of great asset, become an amazing great player. People compare him a lot with Jared Spurgeon, a small defenseman in NHL. They compare him to Tony Kruk for the St. Louis Blues. And I think for me now, I really thinking is a little bit more look like Quinn Hughes and for the Vancouver Canucks. And I would like to hear from you. What do you think about him? What do you see him? Who do you can compare him? The Lightning just scored a goal, 5-4 over there. So it'd be really interesting what you think about Lane Hudson. So I'm going to pick it up a couple of things here in the chat. Yeah, that would be everything. Chris, sorry, coach, my pose earlier. I was not referring to you. The person referring my pose was advocating trading Hudson because he's playing well. Oh, okay. I apologize, Chris. I did not see that. I was just curious about your comments, by the way. So thanks so much to clarify the situation about this. Talking again, the ad is okay to coach. Not a problem, Danny. Is the place is everything happening with respect, and that's not a problem here. Allez, our transparency. Chantal must have been listening to us last night. They talk about this today at the channel, in French channel, about the situation about Montreal with the transparency about injuries. And, Chantal Maccabe, once she got hired, by the way, she will get hired by Marc Bergevin, if I can recall it, said she's going to give a little bit more information about what's going on, about injuries and everything like that. And unfortunately, her hands are tied. She cannot do anything about that. And I think that would be something that I believe that Montreal have to be that way. It is what it is at the end of the day. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this. I still want to stay in the conversation of Lane Hudson at this moment. Are defined prospect by someone who has not played regular in the initial start? Yes, exactly. Sakoski does not count, honestly, start the season with the Montreal Canadiens. It does not count about him. Really interesting post in Twitter today. The other guy I think his last name is Brother. He does all the analytics stuff with cards for the prospect in NHL. He prospect them. So he take a prospect NHL and he prospect them with some kind of data, everything like that. And I think it was for over 200 players. They have only 1.3% players have a great success in NHL after the 38 game they play in NHL. And not looking good for it. That's not looking good for Sakoski. if you think about this, I would try to bring this to you in the next time we do a Ab Nation Live tonight show. But this is not looking good for Sakoski. Gary Cournoyer said Lane Hudson is Martin Saint-Louis kind of the players. Yeah, that you can compare him by the size, by the way he play. Gary, I can see that one over there. We have Ryan Basque. Ryan Basque is in the house. Welcome back, Ryan. Après ça, the camp and a lot more transparency. I feel she has been handcuffed. Exactly what we said. Mr. Black Dragon back in the house. Welcome back. Salut, mon homme. Comment tu vas? André Drouin is in the house. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. If you don't mind, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. I would place Mayu slightly over Hudson just because his size, his speed. If Mayu put his all together, it would be very good about that one. So Marco go with Logan Mayu over Lane Hudson. So it'll be very interesting if we have a bit more as a high potential too for Zev Lecav. About this, please don't forget to click on the like. And Rabinov is in the house. And Rabinov compared Mayu is nowhere near as mobile as skill at Hudson. And Hudson for a Black Dragon highlight so far are showing me that he is a stellar player. He is always driving play, keeping the opponent on the heel, creating passing line. I hope skating get better. You're absolutely right about this. I think for me, Black, and for everybody in the chat, it's for about me for the under side of the game, right? On the defensive zone coverage, where the physicality of the game could be a problem for him. I know he's really good with his stick. He's really good with his position in defensive zone. But when you only 175, 160, and play again the 200, something like that is not easy. That would be the only way I would say to you, maybe is a little bit problem for him compared to any other players in NHL. He would need to increasing his weight. It would be increasing his better weight to play on defensive zone coverage. But a great point about Black Dragon, about the way he's skating, and Rabinov compared Mayu compared to him. Then we have William McClure. He said Hudson is doing well and East NCAA this year, considering most of the top team out of the West this weekend, last weekend to play before play down. Yes, I think I have 1 to 2 games. They didn't have no point when they play on the tournament against the Northeastern, every other team over there. But you're absolutely right, William, about plays that leaves Sakoski out, that lets the guy breathe a bit. He is only 18. About that, yeah, he's 18. Absolutely right. Again, the brother guy, compare him for what he has now. If you expect Sakoski to become a star in NHL, I think we are going to be disappointed. I think Sakoski, for me, as a second-line player in NHL, is going to be maybe score 25 goals per year. Maybe if he increasing the right way, 30 goals. But again, at this moment, for what you show, he would take him 3-4 years before he become a good top 6 in NHL. That would be the way I see Sakoski. And again, like the survey, not the survey, what he does, the guy on the Twitter, he does a great job, by the way. And you can see his card. Again, I'm going to talk about him the next couple of days for sure to show to you about the situation with Sakoski. The Ducks take the lead 3-2 over the Washington Capitals. And that's what we got so far. The Blues take the lead 2-0 against Vancouver. And that's what's happening here. André Robert-Drouin said, no, Mayu is bigger. He play harder. If he continues to improve, he would be more useful on a small man team. Andre. Talk about Mayu. Look, yeah, the problem he has right now, what he need is his defensive zone coverage, right? That's what he need to improve the most. It's normal. If you think about any player play junior, guys, and they are physically stronger and they are taller, stronger, right? And the junior, as a defenseman, what you don't do a lot on that side of the game is the box. He does not box out a lot. They don't really good. They are not have no difficulty to pick up the puck because they use their strength. And when you play in NHL, this is something you have to improve. This you talk about Jacky. That was his biggest problem at the beginning of the year. To understand the box out, to understand to be in front of the net, where to put your stick under other team and other opponent players, so like that. So that's what you need to improve is really there. His backwards edge work, skating of Mailloux is really deficient compared to Lane Hudson. He needs to improve the speed. He needs to improve his backwards crossover to shift it to one side to other side. And that's what Mailloux have to be improvement for the next couple. Now, the second layer we said was adultly. It could be his reps. He did not play a lot of games for the last 18 months during his time at really important age of his career. So we have to catch up more. But again, the talent is there. The skill is there. And I think someone explained that, we don't know yet the ceiling of Mailloux. The time will tell us. But the case tonight is not only to say who is the best, but also, we are going to have two excellent defensemen for the Montreal Canadiens who consider Mailloux and HUTSON to become a top four if everything turns around properly the right way for them with the Montreal Canadiens for the next 10 years if they develop the right way. Kent Wilmore could likely become a New York Rangers very soon. 13 would be accurate to make a deal happen. Hello, Montreal. All right. Not there. And I think Mailloux is as mobile and probably faster as Carlson. As soon as the level when you come to the synchronicity. I would be disagree with you about this, Marco. I don't know how many games you see Mailloux, but Mailloux on the forward, HUTSON completely over Mailloux about that one there. Carrying the puck, HUTSON is 5 times better to Mailloux. For me, I'm not agree with you, Marco, about Mailloux is a mobile, probably faster. I don't think so. Hello, Ken. We need someone to be at the bank at the loan. Can you spare some change for the rest of the year? We will provide a pick as a deposit. There we go. John Mickelson in the house. Hello, all the people. Out everyone else. John, don't forget, guys, click on the lights. Danny was there. André, salut, Marco. Okay. Let's just say que the HABS have a couple of amazing defense prospect and Austin Mailloux. I agree with you and Rabinov. I will completely all great with you about this one over there. Sakoski will have more assists que goal and NHL probably will not score more que 25, maybe 67 points as he speak. Yeah, possible. That's a great point to see that way, Marco, about him. Coach, that is what Ken Hughes said before picking Sakoski, who would be the best player at 2020. I believe, and the App News Development Sam, why better que Bergevin. Yeah, I agree with you, Zef, about that one over there. As you can Calabro 1, Detroit 4 at the third period. Another bad mistake for me. Sakoski should have spent a year in Laval. I think we would be talking friendly about him at this point. I'm not sure about this, and it's easy to say that after the fact, right? But if he's go in Laval in the first game, he got a fight and he have an ECL on his knee. What we're going to say after that? To be with Adam Nicola, guys, the Kings take the lead 3-2 over the New Jersey Devils. Go Jersey all the way. Very bad play by the Devils on that one. The Kings are real. Some people was not sure about the Kings, but they are really real. But back to Rabinov about Sakoski. To surround him, Sakoski around Adam Nicola every day, teaching him about hockey, I think is priceless. I think for me, this it was priceless. So, but everybody have their own opinion. I respect your point of view. Montreal goal was built from the defensive forward. Great job. Now forward a goalie soon. Pierre Martin, welcome aboard. Thanks to be with the Hockey National Show. I explained way too much. Marco Coach does not agree with you. Marco, if for the banner, Marco, HUTSON is not a fast skater. for a small guy. Actually, need to work on his skating. He is very shifty. Oof. Disagree completely about that one over there. I'm going to show to you, Marco, Sunday, the shift of HUTSON carrying the puck on the transition. On the transition. Like, the guy carrying the puck. Like, that's the reason is. Part of the shifty, if you have no speed, you cannot be shifty. Your skate will be always at the same spot. Right? And he's shifty because of his speed. His edge work is unbelievable. The guy can turn on the penny. The guy can turn left and right all the time because he has so much great edge work and inside and outside. So I don't know, but me, I feel like I would not be agree about that. Get with the program, Marco. Do you see Farrell seeing a contract at the end of this NCAA Black Dragon season in reservation this here? Great question about this, Black. Yes, we expect him at the end when he's going to be done with the Advert University. Would be something Montreal expect him. Then after that, he could play a couple of games with Montreal. He could reach the Laval Rocket. But I expect him. Farrell, again, he's going to be the next people who can talk about this. We can talk other prospect we have in the chat here. Looking at you guys, right defenseman, 46 game, 20 goals, 24 assists, 44 points this season. Great year for him. He's the only, one of them, and now we have 20 goals as a defenseman. Owen Beck, 46 game, 20 goals, 36 assists for 52 points, guys. Owen Beck for the Montreal Canadiens. And then we have Sean Farrell, 24 game, 10 goals, 18 assists, 28 points for Farrell. Dropped a bit the last couple of games on the productivity, but they have a great year so far. And then Joshua Roy, guys, that's the last one we have. 42 game, 32 goals, 39 assists, 71 points. You can talk about Kidney too. Then we have other prospects with no stat. We're really Kidney, Philippe Mazar, Cédric Guindon, Vincent Rohrer, Adam Engstrom. This is the one they got draft pick at the last year for the Montreal Canadiens. They are really the one. You can talk about Jan Mizak and every other else, but I was focusing Kapanen and Finland, Heinemann play right now in Sweden, and you can go all the way like that. But that's what I can sharing with you all the prospects. Maybe you have maybe another idea about the players you talk about tonight. Marco and HUTSON and Mayo are totally different players. Comparing themselves, if we said, but create a nice combination for opposing team. I deal with great points, Zeph. I agree with you. I see HUTSON 15 and do a Quan use motion. William McClay. I feel the same way about him. I agree with you for sure, William, about this. HUTSON beep about from like John McClellan need to build up and learn to quit looking down for the puck. He should improve. Absolutely right, John, about Sarkowski and the first serve with them. Question: what could HUTSON be a power play specialist like Jean-François Sauvé? Definitely about this L for HUTSON. That's what he does. Saying he play hockey and really good hockey players. For a player as a power play, very great vision, and you see the eyes so much good about this. Not sure about his shot, right, as a pointer, but the guy can distribute the puck from left to right at any time. So I agree with you for that. The Ottawa will now try to tie the game. They're losing right away. That's crazy for me to see that. Jaga Emayu as a defensive pairing would have a game as a defensive pairing would give a lot of pain for the opponent team. I agree with you. You talk about a 6'4" Mayu, 200 pounds, and in like the physicality with him, that'd be great. Chicago said Tage Thompson have a hat trick tonight. Coach is stunning on the dime, not on the pen. Yeah, small friends and smaller coin. Yes, but it does give you again is pretty good as a skater, right? RJ Calabro and the Devil tied the game at 37.7. Devil tied the game 3-3. The Tampa Bay Lightning tied the game 5-5. Wow. Mayo est plus vite, plus gros. if he continues to improve, he will more useful for the team. Donc, André et Marco considèrent Logan Mailloux plus vite et plus vite que Lane Hudson. I'm shocked. I always thought Lane Hudson was faster and better skater at Logan Mailloux. Now, size-wise, of course, if he continues to improve, he will more useful for the team. André said. Sakesi is young, built strong, and a short player grading for Norafley. Penalty shot for McDavid. And then 7-1. McDavid score. Wow, William McClary. I think we will have, we'll see as friends Sakowski next season. He will learn from all happening on the season. At trick tonight, Pierre Martin. That's in our top fantasy league player. Like more at trick, more going to the line. Francois Pitt. Yep, I never. It's up. Coach, I believe the sleeper of all of Montreal prospect is Sean Farrell. I tendance to be agree with you, and I think Sean Farrell show a lot of the. Is underrated. Now he's a 5'8", really smart hockey player, good hands. Since he play since like 16, 17 years old, everywhere he been play, he produce. And at USHL example, after he been to the team national USA, he went to USHL, play for Chicago still. Then you got with the advert, and now you have 1 point and more per game with them. He's only 5'8", of course, but he played very well at the World Junior Championship last year with the team USA in April. So look, it could become that kind of player you said. It could be a solid player. Now the size will be interesting how he's going to act, but some players play at that level and NHL with that size too. So because you're a big edit. Mailloux is fast for his size, but Hudson is a speedster. So Francois think Hudson is faster to Mailloux. That's a great thing about this. Also, Marco, right, coach. Yeah, Marco is right about that one there. I would definitely give you some information about this tomorrow. I would definitely go back and take a note about this, and I'm going to make some call tonight or tomorrow. And I would definitely back to you, tell you if what the experts said about Mailloux and Hudson about the speed, who has the fastest skater between both. If I'm wrong, I will let you know. If I'm right, I will let you know too. Nothing there, but Mailloux is not a great defensively player. Come on, and yeah, you're absolutely right about this, Pierre. He need to improve that side of his game, like everybody have other things, but you're absolutely right. I agree with you. Ross Connor faster que both. The Chevreuil is the bet would be better live. Wait until Sunday morning at the brunch, Zev Lacave. Yeah, that would be something. Bring your popcorn and as you know, and then go from there. About this one. We are going to be an overtime right now at the New Jersey Devils. Again, the Kings, the score is 3-3 over there. So that's what we got tonight, guys. So look like everybody is on the same page about the fact Lane Hudson on this. Sam Sakowski has good head on his shoulder. He will learn from this year. It will be better next season. No worry about his development. Not at all about that one over there for sure, Gary, about Sakowski. 7-2 Edmonton over the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight, by the way. So, we have a good conversation about 30 minutes about the Montreal Canadiens and about the prospect. If you think about this, you're going to get in the long term. The Devils just hit the post by Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes, what a great player he is. The Wild won, but they scored 2-0 against the Columbus Blue Jacket tonight. what I was trying to say, guys, about Montreal Canadiens. We're going to give you some update now. The Montreal Canadiens claim Chris Tierney from the waiver today. He was put by the Florida Panthers. Play 11 game, I believe. He had 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points this year with the Panthers. Drafted by the San Jose Sharks, 55 overall pick before by the San Jose Sharks in 2012. I'm watching the game at the same time, guys. That's what I'm right there between the Kings and the New Jersey Devils. And played many years over there with San Jose. Went to Ottawa Senator. His best season was 48 points with Ottawa. Then after that, he signed UFA with the Florida Panthers. Now, why the reason he's going to be with the Montreal? What the reason? Because Montreal have a lot of injuries. You have right now 11. You can put maybe possible Armia. So they gave them some kind of emergency if they need players. Secondly, next week, March 5th, the American Hockey League roster have to be done for the playoff. So what happening at that moment? So the Laval Rocket need players on the roster. Now, they can put Ilonen and everybody else on the roster. They don't have to be with them. But Montreal Canadiens from March 5th to the end have only right to call up 4 players from Laval. At least is an emergency call. And that's what the Montreal, for just in case they sign, they claim a Tierney because the situation for the Montreal Canadiens injuries, and then of course for Laval Rocket roster. So this was the reason behind, the purpose behind that. Not only because of Chris Denis is going to bring a lot of things on the Montreal Canadiens, it's just going to be until the rental players until the end of the season for the Montreal Canadiens. So that's the situation with that part over there. Then we have Alexandre Meyer in the house. Buffalo, Tampa Bay going to overtime, baby. So fun to watch. 1 point for Buffalo. Go LA, go for 3. Why Montreal claim that guy will just answer to you. Given as also think they will get at least 2 real good prospect on the year draft. Still think they get a 3rd first rounder. Yeah, that's right. The Devils score. And the Devils score, I think it's Dawson Mercer score. And the Devils won by the score of 4-3 at this moment. So congratulations for the Devils tonight. This make me smiling a bit more. I took the Tampa Bay, I took them tonight. We're going to get the game between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Sabres. And we are in overtime at this moment. So going to follow this game. So that's happening about Chris, right? And great point, Chris, about this. Calgary 1-0. Put a second chance. Marco Francois, they don't want to strip Laval more because they already have. Chris Denis is claim, I don't get it. So we're going to trade guys finally. I don't know. So you get a little bit more information I just said to you about this. The Rocket in our playoff going to be amazing. Tony is just replace the center. Okay, will be traded. Yeah, cheap Glendale at this point is logique. I coach Claude Richard. Thanks so much. Claude, merci beaucoup. Donc, that give you a little bit an idea about I said about Chris Thierry. So it's just urgency and then the situation. Now, Montreal could trade now, well, if you did trade some player, Dadonov or Drouin. So they have a TNA in the lineup for the Montreal. So you don't have to call up anybody from the Laval Rocket. So hopefully this injury could be something good at long term. Here we go. We got some news today. It was a press release by the Montreal Canadiens announced today. Kirby Dach. It was a couple of weeks ago. No COVID-19. Power play, by the way, by Tampa Bay. No COVID-19. He was sick. So they called Snooze there. So they said, okay, he's sick, Cole Caulfield, Kirby Dach. Now, today, he said they have a lower body problem. So now they don't know how long it will take for them, when he's coming back. And we see the next thing. So that's only we learn about Kirby Dach. From illness to possible problem when he stopped the puck from Kudos against the Florida Panthers. So we happened in the past. For me, I saw this in the East Coast Hockey League. Richard Park, ex-New York Islanders, he got a shot one time, like couple of years ago, and he was out of the lineup for a couple of games because of that shot. And then during the time he got that shot, he got caught by the puck. So after that, what happened? He got an infection about this, and then after he got infection, he have to go to hospital, and now he turned around to be a couple of months without play hockey. I not say what Kirby Doc has, but because we don't know exactly what he has, because Montreal does not show anything, it is what it is, right? So we just assume we'll be interested in how he's going to turn around about this. Tampa Bay all over the Buffalo right now on power play with 45 seconds to go. Stamkos coming out, look, shoot the puck, stopped by the goaltender. Puck bouncing back to Kucherov. Battle for the puck, Buffalo win the battle, and now Buffalo attacking now, hold the puck a little bit longer, and down the puck behind. So that's happening about this. Amia, illness only for what we heard day to day. Cooley back in the lineup, but no contact jersey. Expect goalie to be back, I believe, the next about that. Buffalo on breakaway look like right away there. Shoot a puck, it score. Buffalo beat the Tampa Bay Lightning, guys, by the score 6-5. They got 2 points. They are back in the line. And wow, what a turnover, guys. The Buffalo Sabres beat the Tampa Bay Lightning after Stamkos lost his edge, breakaway. And wow, the fans are, the players are crazy right now on the ice. Congratulations for Buffalo Sabres fans. And they are back in the race for the wild card. The Edmonton went by the score 7-2. The Wild beat Blue Jacket 2-0. The Ducks are winning right now 3-2 over the Capitals. The Devils won by the score 4-3. The Detroit beat right now the Rangers 4-1. The Blues 2-0. The Flame take the lead 1-0. 17 shots for the Flame guys over the Golden Knights. And that's what's happening in the NHL tonight. But this is a big surprise of the game in NHL tonight. That Buffalo Sabres surprised the Tampa Bay Lightning at home by the score 6-5. Wow, what a great game. Both entertaining if you like to have many goals. That's what you got tonight between both teams, the Tampa Bay Lightning. So I tried to get all those game in action and see what we got in the chat. Monahan, guys, and Edmondson is going to be reevaluated. We're going to give a little bit more information about this the next couple of days. That's what we got. And then Whiteman is still now an upper body, I believe, and now he's going to be on the ER. He was put on the ER. So I don't know why, but it looked like this is the reason happening for that one there. I tried to get shot the game between the Ducks and the Washington Capitals. I cannot get it. Let's see what we got in the chat here. Hi, Coach. I got that one there. Down New Jersey. Coach, are you talking about Gavin McKenna, letter 15 years old from Utah? Did you know he is a better cousin? I didn't know he was a cousin, so that's great to hear that. Kevin McKenna, I just did a video. It's going to be released today, tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, I believe. McKenna, what a great young kid, guy, 15 years old. He predict in 2026 to be draft overall pick, to be the next Connor Bedard. So expect him to be that kind of player. He play right now for Team Yukon, and during the tournament he have like something like 25.4 game or something like crazy. Really an amazing, great hockey player. But we definitely a little bit more. Just a name to remember. McKenna. Great point, William, to talk about this. You guys are confusing me. And usually, who is winning? New Jersey won by the score 4-3 and overtime. Grazov scratch tonight for Rangers. What are you willing to give up for him? We're going to get there the next couple of minutes, guys. Stay with me about Grazov. I lost all the respect for the HABS and all the injuries. This, I don't care anymore. Zev, you're absolutely about this. Buffalo won by the score 6-5. Another bad trade prediction. Why not some of the injury on the long-term injury, Pierre Martin? So here's a great point about this. You talk, Pierre, about the long-term. Right now, I make a video today about the Montreal Canadiens. I talk about an internet guy for the Ducks. The Ducks going to win against the Washington Capitals tonight. Wow, what an interesting situation tonight. Back again about the long-term injury reserve. Money is already there. Montreal right now is about $4.5 million salary cap open up right there. If they need more money, they could add Jacky, Sakoski, and Caulfield. That will increasing the salary cap at 7.1. And then they can increasing with another one for drop a player to Montreal to Laval, about 8.2 at the end or 8.1 at the end. So it will come with time, Pierre, if they need it. They will know next week if possible, Manen need a surgery or not. And they will know next week if Jacky need a surgery or not. So that's the situation, Pierre, about the long-term injury. I'm glad you talk about this. We only knew Dak was playing on the one leg the last 5 games before he sat down. Hope he's not need to pain, man, so he could play through pain. Saber, so fun to watch. Chris Krasov, I would give a second and a B prospect. And Lipushkin score. Chris Hansen, maybe Evan Anderson straight up. Everyone think Anderson will fail mark first. I don't know. I think Krasov was a 9 over, but you nailed it. It was a 9. Luciano Graziano is in the house. Welcome back. Too bad for Salt Lake. Gary Cournoyer not going to get rich parking in a short game. Here we go. Sorry about Pittsburgh. They are not so damn. I'm heading to the jail tonight, Luciano. Anyhow, guys, back again. We're going to consider the show. Don't forget to click on the like. And then thanks so much to be with us. That'd be great if you can click on the like, helping us. The Ad Daily News, they can use the Genius, guys. I was talking about this a little bit earlier, so I can find it where it is. HUTSON. Hold on, guys. I'm going to get there. So, not this one over there. I apologize. Oh, I delete this one. Here we go. Use the Genius, guys. Ken Houston is with the Montreal Canadiens as a GM guy, become a really great guy to make a trade and NHL. Really smart. Think about this. What he got last year for Ben Chariot, Toffoli, Lekonen. He really banked the first round pick and the asset. The NHL draft was excellent. Look after that. He traded for Monahan. He got a first round pick. He traded for Petrie. He got Madison. So he's really good what he accomplished as the GM with the Montreal Canadiens. He's with the Montreal Canadiens. I call him the genius. So why you said you call him the genius, by the way? But again, because what he did in the past and what he's looking for is coming. So what is coming, Coach? Here we go. I'm going to give you this information right there. Try to figure out the next couple of games, couple of days, guys. Kane is going to be traded to the Rangers. Everybody thought he's going to be over this. Kane cannot go there. It looked like the Rangers are willing now to get Patrick Kane. And in return, the Patrick Kane, they need right now a team to follow to be part of this trade for the New York Rangers. They need help. They need another player because they don't have enough money. And to do that, they have to have a third party. And I think the Montreal Canadiens could be that party over there. So Chicago trade Patrick Kane. They get maybe a first-round pick or they get something in return. It's not matter there. But a third party can get something bigger in return. I think Montreal Canadiens could get Krasov and get a contract like Lindgren or Goodrow in return for Patrick Kane for the Chicago to them. I don't know what kind of deal, but do you believe the Montreal should be involved? Do you believe they should trade for Krasov? And this is all about the salary cap. They could keep the salary cap of Patrick Kane for the rest at 25%, but it's about like $3 million possible, right, on the cap. And that'd be the way the Montreal could act about that one over there. So I think there'll be one you can look about this if you like to get that trade for that. Let's see what we got here. Start main up. Okay. Too bad. Not going to get the rich picking initial game. Gary, here we go. William, McKenna, 8 point at 11 game as 15 years old with medicine at the Tigers. Late birth, top coach, December. Remember what you said about late and older date. You're absolutely right about this, William. I agree with you about that. Caulfield coach long term is not there yet, but it could become this one. The reason why is only $800,000, so it's not a big deal, but it could reach that if they need it for sure. Good luck on the playoff Rangers to round and out. Detroit has been play a great hockey and good feeling about it. Why not make a statement? One play a team conference. We got Le Baron too, and is coming along nicely. Justin Baron, talk about him. You're absolutely right. Ox and similar position as the Flyers last year. Kane only want to go to the New York. You're absolutely right about this. You can add that point here, Marco. Claude Giroux decided last year to go only with Florida Panthers. And that's it, that's all. So he pushed the Flyers to get lower and return. So Chicago with Patrick Kane, they could get lower what their expectation was. And for what Patrick Kane did the Chicago Blackhawks for many years, won the Stanley Cup, I think that some team will understanding the situation. So you're absolutely right about this. The only big problem about is only the money behind that. And that would be what they need, a third party. Can Montreal could be involved, and they can get in return Kravtsov to get 25% possible. Or maybe Chicago can get Kravtsov in return for Kane and plus a pick. All the conversation could happen in the next couple of days about this. Coley is from Bergevin. Yes, it was draft 16 overall pick. Yeah, I believe Kravtsov would be a top 6. Look at that guy, 6'3". It's a big winger. I think you have to be, New York Rangers cannot get Kane. He is worth too much money. But the key behind this, Chicago, is this part. So exactly what Boston did today. So they trade Kane from his contract, 50% retained by Chicago Blackhawks. And then the Rangers go see Montreal and ask them to give a 25%. And one of the two team, whatever it is, right? And I can go there. Let's see what we have with the Rangers. Gaudreau carry on at 3.5, but he have a lot of money for many years. I tried to get another player so they have already. The only player they could sacrifice is Lindgren at $3 million. So I don't know they will do it because he's a top 4. That would be hard for them. They are right now at $200,000. So that would need help for sure for the other team to get that way over there. Sure can get much money. And I thought this one would be Gordon, draft him. He knows him the best. You're absolutely right, Chris, about Kravtsov. Kravtsov was a Jeff Gordon draft pick. Yes, you're absolutely right. Husson starting on his head. Eisenman made a great acquisition for the St. Louis Blues. One would be a contender soon. Pierre Martin. It's still early. A great trade for Boston today. Maybe my prediction that they will be out the first round. Really nice move. So let's move on with that one. There, guys, we're going to move on left and right there. So today, around the dinner tonight, we got a trade in NHL. The Boston Bruins with the Washington Capitals. Washington Capitals, I was just going to talk about them earlier today. In fact, I think they realized this year is over. They saw Carolina in front of them. They know the Rangers now with Tarasenko are really good. And they know the New Jersey Devils are better than them. So they see Washington say, wait a minute, we got so many injuries. Oshie, Backstrom, Wilson, Carlson, and I can go all the way like that, right? Manta. And decide, maybe why not to give up what we have and then restart next year with fresh, healthy player in October 23, 24. And they have 5 of the 6 players as a UFA. So they decide right now to become a seller team. And what they did, they trade today to the Boston Bruins Dmitry Orlov, Garnet Hadaway, and Andrei Zavlakov. In return, the Capitals got Greg Smith, first round pick 23, second round pick 25, and third round pick 24. And the Minnesota joined the party because they're retaining now 25% salary of the Orlov. And then the Capital owed the 50%. Now the Minnesota got a fifth round pick in return 2023. Minnesota was involved with the trade this week to returning, and they got a four round pick. So I just want to share with you what happening with that one for the Boston Bruins. Many of you guys thinking, no, we're just moving in green. Yeah, that's possible. Should spend their cap and get playoff ready. Pierre Martin. About Buffalo, I will not do this. Pierre Martin, they are not really a good team to make the playoff deep. And if you do that, you completely spend things, it's not worth it. Buffalo could be good, but they cannot compete with Boston, Toronto, Tampa Bay. I understand they beat Tampa Bay tonight. I understand that. But they're missing piece of puzzle for me. And for do that, I think they have to. The only thing I would say, if they really make a big splash, is to sign Timo Meier or to get Chick Run. But it would cost them a lot. And I think they are on the right path. Why not to be a little bit one more year patient and go from there after that? I think they could maybe wait on the July and sign a UFA and not trade anything and lose asset. That would be my suggestion or my plan if I was them, Pierre. Boston NHL champion, I make sure, Pierre Martin. With the move made by the Boston today, who can give Boston a real challenge? Not many. Not many. Because they are depth and they are goalie, they are defensemen, they are really solid team from the top to the bottom. I always said a team is really good is the wave, right? The wave coming to your face all the time. And the best description I can see right now, two teams can beat them. The Tampa Bay Lightning and the the Tampa Bay Lightning and the New York Rangers. What? Yes. And sometimes the only position can beat opponent team in the playoff is the goaltender. If you have a really hot goaltender, he can beat a one playoff series. Carey Price did it in 2010. Alak did it in 2010. I can't go all the way like that, right? Bennington beat, and 2 years ago, Price did it against Vegas, Winnipeg, blah, blah, blah. But when you have a hot goaltender, everything is possible. And when you have Vasilevsky and the other team have Chesterkin, but one of the two could become so hot and unbelievable, like a wall, and could possibly stop Boston. Otherwise, I don't see anything in the West Conference to beat Boston, in my opinion, right now. Without knowing, maybe other team can do that. Thanks so much for the like, guys. Don't forget to click on the like. If you don't mind, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. If they get a 4D, there would be a good series very close. Otherwise is a pain. Yes, yeah, I agree with you about this one. Disappointing loss, but at least we can come out with a point. Run, talk about the Kings tonight. Very good start of the game, by the way, for them. Then we have Marco. Buffalo need one of these goaltending prospects to hit similar position to add would be under 2-3 years. I agree with you, Marco, about this. They have a few. They are Luukkonen, Portillo, and Devon Levi. That's what they have. Levi will be out at the NCAA. He's going to sign his contract. Can he become that star? Can he become the one can stabilize the, this is the last season with Greg Anderson for sure. So great point here. But coach, on the rebuild start this year and Buffalo, I'm thinking manage the move to get the cup. They are still in rebuilding. They are still make that thing better. But why are you going to spend rental players Pierre, a first round pick to get a player to give you maybe what, 1 round? Do you think really, Pierre, the Buffalo Sabres right now are going to beat Boston Bruins, Toronto Maple Leafs, Tampa Bay Lightnings, Carolina Hurricanes, New York Rangers, New Jersey Devils, maybe? I don't think so. So maybe 2 rounds. Give them another round. You're going to spend a big asset for only go a little bit. The only way they can make a big splash is to get players a long term, a chic run, and a player like Timo Meier. That's the only way I see this, Pierre Martin, for them. Anybody can beat a playoff. Anybody can beat Boston, playoff team. I don't see how Islanders can beat Boston. I don't see Florida Panthers beat Boston. I don't see Pittsburgh beat Boston. I don't see Washington Capitals beat Boston. I don't see Detroit beat Boston. I don't see Buffalo beat Boston. They are the team right now in the wild card. I don't see that. Only the goalie like Chesterkin and Vasilevsky in my eyes. I could be wrong here, but I don't see that. To get to the cup, soon, not this season. Pierre. Tampa need to make a move for the bottom 6 forward. You're absolutely right about this, Gary. I still think Edmonton can take Boston down. I don't see that, Luciano, because of their goaltender situation and the defensive they are, Luciano. If you think about Edmonton, their defense is not strong enough to play against Boston, in my eyes, right now. I think that scare me about Boston. Team face no challenge during the season, sometimes choke in first round. Yes, possible, Marco. My only concern behind this is really Jim Montgomery. Now, the other players did it, right? They've been experienced-wise. They've been in the playoff, Krejci, Bergeron, everybody. But if you think about the coach, he never been there. He never been behind the series like that. So that would be one area, Marco, I would be a little bit concerned. Too much experience in Boston. Good evening, Dan Asham. Brand new. The best prospect is to trade for Dylan Larkin and give up Dak as a gift for him. So you would like to get Dylan Larkin from the Montreal Canadiens to give Kirby Dach a Sarkowski. You get a 28 years old players. In return, you get a 21 years old Kirby Dach at $3.4 million. And then you give a Sarkowski at 18 years old, first overall pick. And then you get a Dylan Larkin is going to cost you $9 million. I don't see that allowed. Guess who has the second wild card spot right now? Detroit. Good evening, Dan. Levi equal Primo. That's my son. Adam Berger is in the house. Welcome, Adam. Not allowed, Pierre Martin. I agree with you what you said. And I said I'm not disagree with you at all. I follow you perfectly about this one over there. Welcome, Adam. By the way, hopefully you're doing well. Free stuff is in the house. Marco, if only Murray could remain a long-term injury reason, be back in 2 weeks. Maybe Leaf could after Jacob Chigon without the necessary attention. Same like Almond line for Racco Kudos. Great points. Free after that. The problem you're going to get free with Chikron is what you have to give in return. They're looking for 3 prospects in return. A plus a first round pick, whatever you want to call it, to get out of the East for Spare, then the West. Great with you. Luke Shine is right there for them. Perfect fit. I don't see Edmonton make it past the first round this season. Run. It'll be interesting if Ellie play against them. Not a problem, Pierre. Toronto and Tampa Bay are the one more debate suggestion move to beat Boston. Sissi, Kulak, Bouchard will not make the Bruins team on defense. I'm sure Kulak is CC. No, I'm not sure about Bouchard, but I think it's a great observation for you about that. Let's see what we got here, guys, to complete the show. We are almost over 10 minutes. 10. Um, um, I talk about this. Here, I would like to hear from you guys about the Montreal Canadiens. The next 4 of the 5 games: Philadelphia, Ottawa, Anaheim, San Jose. Los Angeles King. Good or bad? What are your expectations for Montreal against those 4? You know, when you play against the Devils, you have no expectation. Lose is normal. But when you play against Philadelphia, Ottawa, Anaheim, and San Jose, you can beat them. What it will be if they beat 4 of the next 5 games and they're sending? They're going to become now 24 in NHL. So this is the biggest 4 game at the next 5 game. This is the biggest 5 game and the standing for the Montreal Canadiens. If they win 3 of the 5, we are forget the rest of the year. It's over for them. They're not going to be at the bottom 5. And they won maybe 1 of the 5, but now it be interesting. And the only team they can beat is Ottawa or Philadelphia. Because Anaheim, San Jose, they need to lose against them to give them those both to go up close to Montreal Canadiens. But I would like to hear from you. What are your expectations? What do you think? Are you only focusing on the winning culture? Don't worry about the standing. I don't care they pick number 9, 10, 11, 12, or 7, 8, 9. Or you prefer to stay at the top 5 or bottom 5 in NHL standing. So I would like to hear from you guys. Give me a little bit more information about that. One matchup left right now. Toronto more like one. What would be the best first round matchup if the playoffs start right now? We can answer that a little bit later. They could have take 3 out of the 4. Ron, talk about this. William Snyder is in the house. Welcome aboard. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. That look like a 50-50 outcome for those 4 games. John Mickelson. The HABS should win the next 5 games, I hope, at Dan Hashem. So then he want the team win only, and don't worry about the rest. Glad to hear that. Hawks are always bad. Chicago, but won't be first round. They need a hard time with all this team. Hope I'll go 1-3-1, but we'll go 3-2 for Marco. Great point about this. I think I don't care they beat they win against Philadelphia, Ottawa. It's just I don't want them to win against Anaheim, San Jose. That's my point about this. Still need to lose game if Mishkov drop top 5 in the draft. Interesting comment today by Gerard Larac. He said Hughes will trade Mike Madison for a first and a prospect because of the supply of the young defenseman and system thought coach. Now, is it talking right away now or next year or 2 years, 3 years? That might be my question to you in our tap. But if you trade Mike Madison, that would tell us for now they keep just Jordan Manson with the team. Or you trade Mike Madison, you trade Jordan and you trade Jordan and Manson. Now you have next year Harris, Jacky, Cooley. You 3 defensemen for Montreal Canadiens. Are you comfortable to play with them and not have no veterans around them, only David Savard? I think I'm glad Georges Larac is not the general manager of Montreal Canadiens. I don't know. Like, if they do that, they will be exactly like Ottawa Senator. Why Ottawa Senator does not win? Same thing, same problem. They only bring rookies in the lineup. They have many players under 25 years old, never win anything, never known to become a professional, and they are running by rookies. So if you trade Edmondson, Monahan, and Madison, Now, next year, you're going to have Jekai, Cooley, Aris, Kovacevic, Barron. That's 5, right? Do I miss someone? 5D right there with Savard. But let's go with 5. Then, with not many experience in NHL, we're going to put Caulfield, Sakoski there. You have open spot next year. RHP example. Let's make an Owen Beck example. You're going to have about 9 to 10 player rookie. Half of your team is going to be rookies. It could be a little bit more. Montembeault. So, at the end of the day, that's not helping Montreal. I don't like that idea about Madison. In my opinion, I could be wrong here, but on my opinion, right there. But interesting suggestion. I said not to lose game at make 25, but I will do it. I will do it. I like that idea. Not that I will definitely do it. Which thing with that? Will they play twice? What? During the next trip, they don't have John. They play the Kings. The Kings between both drivers. Important game not to lose is Ottawa Senator and the Flyers. Coach, do you think the Avalanche will take the number 1 spot with the way Dallas and the Jet are playing? Possible. It could happen. The Calgary Canucks score 2-0. Huberdeau score for the Calgary Flame right now. It's possible about that, Woody. If they consider winning the way they play, but I'm still curious about who they're going to get at the deadline. Agent will lose also trade Sakoski, Gary Cournoyer. Coach, can it be that user and manager are not worried about the draft selection this year because of the quality of the player? They want it the latter selection. But they know if you pick 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, they're going to get a good top 6 players. That's the good news about that. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you worry about, or maybe not going to be a good players. But this moment, I think they will get that one for sure. So it could be that way. I agree with you. The Kraken take the lead 1-0 against the Boston Bruins. Wow, what a bad night for me. Wow. I don't want to see this tomorrow morning. I would trade Madison and get yet a right defenseman to play next to left-handed guys. It's a nonsense in my opinion, Gary. You can always get an experienced defenseman this suffer as a UFA if Madison trade. But which one? How much he will cost you? Top 4 in NHL. Third pairing, second pairing, first pairing. Messi is a good fit here with Savard and my 2 veterans I keep for Alexandre. Bronze 1-0 Kraken. Thanks so much for that. What the hell does George Larac know as an expert hockey mind? Agree in our top. Get a RLD UFA if you can get a first for him 100%. Sir. I disagree with you completely about that. I disagree with you completely. Mike Madison carry on your money for $4.8 million for the next 3 years. You're going to pay players next 3 years. Your salary cap is going to be tight. You have a 28 years old right now carry on the team during the transition for the Montreal Canadiens. He's the only one carrying the puck for the Montreal Canadiens. He's a leader inside of that team over there. One reason Justin Barron played well is because of Madison. So, think about this. Justin Barron with Jekai as a pairing. Cooley, like with Barron as a pairing. For me, it's completely, again, it's like, let's trade, uh, player with veteran, and like Josh Anderson, let's play Josh Anderson, Devil Rack, and let's play the rookies as a forward. For me, I just feel like it's, you go again what you try to accomplish, what you try to build. And for the salary cap, to get a first pairing at below $5 million, you're not going to find this in NHL. In my opinion, but it won't be a factor when the app are ready to compete. Exactly. So, but that will give you a transition right there. That it will keep you right now to transition right there. That's what he does. Carry Flame to the Vegas. Madison really improved since the early season play. Pierre Martin did not. The others have many young players when they were drafted in early round. They become experienced together. How they won the Stanley Cup? The only player is still there is Tressado, right? Eberle is gone. Taylor Hall is gone for there. And they never been a team with like Tampa Bay, Boston Bruins, or over with what they have. You need a mix. You need veterans together. You cannot build your team only on rookies with less or 3 years experience. It's not going to happen. It's not going to help the team. You need a mix. That's proved every single time. But if you believe, you really believe Montreal will be next season, let's go this way. David Savard, Kenan Cooley, Jekai, Justin Barron. Well, let's do it again because you have no defenseman. So let's go back. David Savard with Jekai. Jordan Harris with Kovacevic. And then after that, you have Cooley. I missed one. Right? Jekai, Harris, and Cooley on one side. Barron. Barron with Savard to another side. So at the end of the day, you have 5 of your 6 players are 23 years old younger to play an NHL 82 games. Now you want to tell the team we're still on development, but we're going to progress or we regress. Now you say, oh yeah, we're going to sign a UFA. How much it would cost you, the UFA? 5 years? $6 million? $7 million? $8 million? Are we really a team right now, next season, to sign a UFA at $7-8 million for the Montreal Canadiens? Why? Why not take that money to give to Cole Caulfield? At some point, you will have to pay Jekai. You have to pay Caden Cody. You will have to pay Kirby Doc. And the list continues like this. I don't know, but I would like to know, who do you sign? Which one? John Carlson? All right, John Carlson, how much you pay him? How old is he? Madison really improved it. Don't always say it. Alan Barnes is in the house. Welcome aboard. DeVart will go to Buffalo in the last minute deal before deadline, since they have the playoff chance again. John McGusson. That's not a bad things about that, but I don't know what the Montreal can get in return. That will satisfy the problem as a face-off for sure. Not a good example in our top, and not like they have won anything. Uh, Severson. So Severson is a third pairing in NHL, right? So that would cost you what? $4 or $5 million for 4 or 5 years. What is 29 years old? Madison is not old man, is only 28. I know Maya is more focusing on the progress of development because the draft is here to win in the process. It's not like we'll be looking to trade Madison, but if as a first rounder about that. On snap, Detroit destroyed the Rangers. Tonight, Marco, how do you feel about the Leaf trading Nicola Robinson and Matthew Nice package for solid retention for the top four range scale of defensemen? I'll be disagree with you. You're losing one of your best player prospect, free Matthew Nice. You don't lose too much with Robinson, but I don't feel that way free for them because you're losing your best player right there. I would not be my suggestion for them. Cooley, Saval, Jacky, Severson, Harris, Barron, and Kovacevic. Here we go. So Severson, he become your right defenseman, and he play. You use him as a second pairing, at 29 years old. Harris, Barron, and Kovacevic. Nicolas de Gobi Bono is in the house. Welcome aboard. See a potential Norris winner be a trade Carlson, not a Norris here. William, yeah, absolutely. I don't know how much they can give away. Problem him is money. Don't forget, guys, click on the like. The problem is the money, for sure. Jose, do I go? Welcome aboard. So it's written at that. No, in a rate. Who is more complete Madison on the abs? No one. No one. He carry on the park, everything. You know what I mean? Like, so Severson is $4.1 million right there. When he become UFA next season, he will be 29 years old next season. He has 4 goals, 14 assists, 18 points. 3 years ago at 46 points. So you're going to sign him, example, for $5 million. And you're going to get him for a minimum a 4 years contract, right? Very similar at Madison. One is left defenseman, one is right defenseman. The question is: it Simerson? Is it a leader? Is it a guy can play first pairing for the Montreal Canadiens? Because right now he play on the third pairing with Devils. He play behind Marino and play behind Hamilton. For me, I would not sign Severson. And was a guarantee Severson want to play Montreal at $5 million for 5 years. because you need you have to be sure you sign Severson because you have nothing else after that. Welcome back, Mr. Jose. Où est bon complaint? RJ give us some information. Thanks so much, Jose. RJ. Coach, when you trade at the trade line to the playoff team, the first one can only be 17 and more. Yes, you're absolutely right, Pierre Martin. And to add that, every team finish top seed of each division, right? Like right now, Boston, Carolina, Dallas, and Vegas. So when they play the first round and they got eliminated, every team got eliminated out in front of them. So they're going to become now, example, 24. And they go to the second round. Yeah, 4 teams got eliminated, and they are one of them, and they finish first on the division. But the 2 other teams become 25, 26, 27, and that team finished first or 28. And then you go like this, 29, 30, and then 31, 32. So when you finish first, you're always going to become the last of the playoff ranking standing. So for the draft, for the NHL draft. So if you are last in the first round, you cannot be 17. You have to be 24. If you have 2 teams at the first place got eliminated, but the team has less point or the team have more point, but that's become 23rd, 24. That's the way you said that, Pierre Martin. Don't forget, guys, to click on the like. That'd be great about that. So we got this one. If it looks as color, can read that. Coach, do you get a complete team with rookies and some veteran coach? I would not do that. To get rookies, only rookies, I think you need a mix of both then for both teams. So that would be a good one. Scott Manfield. But now you add Scott Manfield. Is it a guy who's going to carry on the puck for the Montreal? Who's going to be your quarterback in Montreal? You know what I mean? Like they're going to be only you add your first pairing defenseman is David Savard, stay home. Now your second pairing is going to be Mayfield, stay home. The only way after third pairing is Justin Barron. So I don't see you change Edmondson for Mayfield at the end of the night. And I would be curious if Mayfield would be his next contract over there. So I don't see why Mayfield could be the one, like what it would be so good for the Montreal Canadiens a long term with the Montreal Canadiens. The Boston Bruins tied the game 1-1. Krejcik score. Would go after another goalie coach. If you talk about Montreal Canadiens, then no, not yet. Maybe trade one, but not sign one. I would not, I would draft one. That's pretty much what we would do. I was only asking how people would feel. I was not taking position on it, to be clear. All right, free. Not a problem. Be careful, free. Boston getting ready for the playoff, coach. You're absolutely right about this. How old is Carlson, coach? 32 years old, if I can recall it. Vegas out over the Flame, but we have to give credit. Why not the Flame doing well? Yep, 32 years old. William, what is Luke Shine going to do for the league? He would be stabilize the pairing. I don't think so. He's not a savior. No. What he would bring, William, is the physicality of the defenseman. When you think about what they have, I don't think so. They have any defenseman with some kind of physicality. Something happened on the ice. You have a guy can step up for the rest of the team. So he brings a dimension that Toronto does not have in the lineup. That's what he brings. Great leader. The Vancouver Canucks ask a lot for him because they want to leave him. They really believe he should stay over there. The teammate love to play with him. I think that's what I would say to you. It would be the players I'm looking for them. But again, the price, second round, third round, not sure. Here we go. Some kind of pushing now, left and right. Calgary. Let's smash like it. Well, it would be great if we get 50. Cape Marie, said Claude. It's a danger to stay on the fence. Also, our HP you are free next summer. Dumba, Kudos, Mayfield, Kleinberg, but you get a first for Madison. So Kudos, Mayfield. What they will bring for the Montreal Canadiens. Then Kleinberg just signed a contract at $7 million. He's 32 years old. Dumba have a contract right now at $7 million. So I don't know. It's like, if you were looking for a first round pick, maybe trade Jake Allen. We can sign Varlamov for 1 year. I don't know. The guy is born in Montreal, speak French, great leader. You can see already his impact right now. We're saying he's back with the lineup. The power play is better with him. He's not perfect. He'll go into that game, but I try to figure out, is it worth it to have a first round pick or to get worse next season because we don't have medicine anymore? Are we are a better team next year to be with Mayfield, Kudos, or with Mike Madison? I don't know. That's, I don't have no answer about that. Will you go after Carlson? No, Dan, because the price is very expensive. Secondly, Montreal is not ready to sign any UFA on my eyes for the next 2 years because they put that money for the young player they have, and the salary cap is really difficult. So I would not sign any players Dan and prospect. It's not that we don't like Madison. It's just too many left defensemen. It's a play for future need. Yeah, but again, when it would be the time to do this, the player have to be traded. It's not Mike Madison. It's Jordan Munson. If you want the Montreal progress, or if you want the Montreal stay stable or go worse next year, but you trade maybe Jake Allen, Mike Madison, and Josh Anderson, and you try to get the most prospect, and you go flat, you go backwards, or you go stay. I think the purpose for Montreal now is to develop and get better next season, and get better the following year, and to get better the following year. Because right now you trade Madison and you patch up. All right, let's go bring Severson. Let's go bring Dumba. Let's go bring Mayfield and Kudos. The player you just mentioned on the chat right now, all they are to be the future for the Montreal Canadiens. The $5-6 million you're going to give to Severson, Kleinberg, is it better to take that money and to give to possible Pierre-Luc Dubois in 2 years? Or any good young player at 26 years old and at 24, 25? I don't know. It's not the way I will build the team around for that. It's like, let's trade Jake Allen, get a first round pick. Who's going to be your goalie next year? I have mixed feeling about the Red Wings that been in the no man's land and been a seller buyer for the trade deadline. Obviously, excited that is out playing in Mayfield game. Yeah, I'm sorry about brand new. I think as a fan right now, you have to be excited. I don't think so. They're going to create a big splash. Maybe add a players. I think if I was Save Eiserman, I was looking for Barbashev. I think Barbashev could fit very well next year with this year with Detroit. And then if you're losing Pertuzzi, you have that kind of player like Barbashev can play that kind of role for the Detroit Red Wings. So they're going to become a win-win situation. I don't know what it would be the cost to get Barbashev, a second-round pick, but that would be something I would consider about that. With that, can trade a prospect that would think in the England. Cooley, Harris, Barron, all can carry on the puck. Madison, no. I don't see Caden Cooley carrying the puck and Jordan Harris carrying the puck like Mike Madison. About that. Madison is not a real power play expert. No, we don't have. I agree with you. He's not an expert on power play, but he's maybe the best player power play we have in the group we got. And again, I have no problem to trade Mike Madison, but don't tell me later Montreal is going to be better next year. Because when you play 5 of the 6 defensemen as a rookies, or less of 2 years, don't expect to have a good year next year. I don't say Montreal will be the playoff, but I would expect Montreal to be 26, 27, to become a 22, 23 next year in the standing, at 24. So from 32, you go 28, 27. 28, 27, we go 24, 23. But if you give players have an impact for Montreal Canadiens, but that's okay. We're going to get a first-round pick, but I'm not sure that's the plan of the Montreal Canadiens to get as if they really want a set first-round pick, trade Jake Allen, Mike Madison, and Josh Anderson right now. And you're going to get second-round pick, first-round pick, and asset. But the team, as a team, who is be the goalie? Who is going to be your big forward? Who is going to be your top pairing defenseman? If you think Caden Cooley is better to Mike Madison next year, if you feel like Jordan Harris is better to Jordan Edmondson next year, but that's okay. That's what you feel like that team is good with 9, 10 rookie next season. For me, I don't see that way. I see another Ottawa Senator. Ottawa Senator patch up with Amonik, Holden, Zezev. That's what he did. And they have Zub at 28 years old. That's what he been. Before Claude Giroux this year and the Brain Cat, look what's the lineup. The last 3 years in the lineup. You need a mix about that one over there. But if we believe, if you are a fan, believe Cooley, Harris, Barron, Kovacevic, Jacky, all your defensemen for next year to start your season 2023, 2024. You feel comfortable. Your team is better with the 5 players under 23 years old. You feel like Montreal is going to have a good year to become now a team can compete a little bit better in NHL without veterans like Madison, Edmondson, Jake Allen, and or whatever they call it, right? You can trade right now David Savard. I think David Savard can become a first-round pick in return. For me, it's like next year. Do you want Owen Beck, Henneman, RHP, who else? You want 3-4 forward play for Montreal Canadiens as a rookie next year. I don't know. 1-1 over there. Coach, what do you think the app will do at the trade deadline? Coach, not much. Then I expect Montreal to be only a minor trade for Montreal. We need are there for the trade Pierre-Martin, Mayo is coming soon on right D. Yes, 2 years, 3 years. Pierre. Alexei for that kid. Rumor are said are looking to get a writ. The Calgary Flames score, guys. Take the lead 3-1 against the Vegas Golden Knight. To get Peterson taken. Rumor are saying are looking to get rid of Peterson. Yeah, I'm sure the contract will be a problem. I'm excited about you to love this grits. If you are not going to trade Madison, trade Harris. Mayu is an aggressive deep player and a quarterback. Rainbatcher, right D, and this year a draft ranking 16. There is your solution. It's one of them, Gary. We heard that Mayu was projected top 10, 15 in the beginning of the year draft. We know the story after. Mike Madison, Claude. Do you think with the players they have to digest with every win the Stanley Cup? I don't think so, Dan. About them, I think they will not go that one over there. Is a forgetting Montreal already go, Mayo go. I would not see the Jet win the Cup, Pierre Martin. I think we got enough draft pick. I prefer now prospect already draft. Less dangerous to get round. The villain right defenseman bring in will have to be on the second 2-year deal to bridge for Mayu. Yeah, but you're not going to get this from anyone. At least is 33 years old, 34 years old, I believe. I agree. Alex Hugo already been going to wait with Doc. 3-1 Vegas losing. I will create a goalie farm team. May have to fire some, but goalie are rare to breed. Draft. That's the way to go. When you're ready to make it serious run in the rest, yeah, Barclay. Emerson is the guy to trade. The trade setting prospect for established young initial player. Mike Todd, RAJ, Morgan Oberbody is on the ER. Gary, even after you trade Edmondson, still too many. We are lucky with the good. You never have enough defensemen, first of all, and I don't think so. We have enough. We have a lot because they are not ready. I don't think so. Lane Hudson is going to be with Montreal before the next 2 years, and Armstrong too. But will be interesting. I will get a good prospect. Bergeron gave it to us. I don't need to be bad team for a long time. Chicago, good night. Try to get everybody. I would agree with you, but we were just remarking about La Hawk statement today, not my opinion. Savard will resign with Montreal. I think no trade contract for cheaper. Well, Savard is going to be, and Pierre Martin is going to be 35 years old when his contract will be done. So, tu penses que ça sera quoi la prochaine transaction, Nicolas? Vraiment mineur, Nicolas. Dad enough could be the prochain qui vous pourrait partir. Mayo and 2-3 season can come sooner and surprise us. Look, Albert Aguila, no AHL time. But I expect Alexandre at least 2 years. I agree with you. Fun chat tonight, everyone. Going in bed. Have a good night. Marco, not true. You're going to run your dog out. Thanks so much, Marco. Have a good night. See you Sunday. I would say that the next 3 years, the AB will make the playoff. What do you think, Coach? Never know about this. The Atlantic Division is really hard then. In 3 years, Detroit, Ottawa, Buffalo will be excellent team. Montreal could be better. But Boston, Toronto, and Tampa Bay, what they look like in 3 years, we're not sure. But that would be the best description again. Will not be there soon. Yeah, still 1 more year to his contract, Gary, about Whiteman. But yeah, great. I agree with you about that one for sure. Boston 1-1, by the way, between the Boston and this team. That's what we got here. Patrick Kane, we talked about Ken Hughes earlier. And I think that's what we got here. We're going to keep that social for next time. Let's go with William. You still see the AB tweeting at the trade deadline. and not tweaking in a measure with Montreal. This one, I agree with you, William. I think they could add play a third party on your. I think they could do that direction over there for me, William. En fait, je parle dans l'année nationale. Oh, Patrick Kane, Nicolas. Ça devrait être Patrick Kane. C'est sûr qu'il y a d'autres joueurs, là, mais le gros nom à retenir présentement, Nicolas, c'est Patrick Kane avec les Rangers. Je ne sais pas si ça va arriver ou pas, là, mais je crois que ça pourrait être de ce côté-là. De ce côté-là. Wow! What a great night, guys. I don't know if you feel the same way. Great podcast tonight, Coach. Yeah, thanks so much, Dan. But listen, guys, you rock and roll the show tonight with a great subject. And I think it was great. It's another Norman Flynn, Gary Cournoyer, about that one for sure. I think we feel the same way about this. Tomorrow we have a couple of games, 6 games on the program. RJ, thanks so much for sharing with us. And we'll be back tomorrow night, guys. Montreal play against the Flyers. We're going to be live doing the play-by-play. Don't forget, Mr. Nartap at 6 o'clock p.m. The Nashville Predators take the lead 1-0 tonight. Not looking good for prediction tonight for me. Very difficult night, but it's okay, Coach. It's okay. It is what it is, right? Where do you see the HABS finishing? Excuse me if you already talked about them. 27. Willie? Still believe? 29 was my prediction. We'll see. Still a long time to go. 24 games to go. Guys, what a great show. I think we love the HABS Nation live show. Great subject, guys. Hopefully you're going to be back. Our next show of the HABS Nation will be Sunday night for a show. I agree with you, Pierre. Coach, so good to be back. Always the man when it comes to hockey knowledge. Thanks so much, Mr. William. Great to having you on board. But before we leave, guys, we want to remind everybody, thanks so much, all the moderators of the Hockey Nation show, all the people in the chat tonight, in our tap, Marco, and everybody else. You guys rock and roll tonight. A great comment for each one of you, from William to Pete Martin to Gary Cournoyer. I forgot the name, guys. So I'm going to kind of name everybody. But great show tonight. Great game to see tomorrow night.
Awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
Yes, we have greatness inside of you. Guys, another great night at the HABS Nation live show tonight. Until next time, guys, remember, be well, be healthy. Find a way not only to dominate your day, but find a way to dominate the first half of what? 2023. I just see a likes that pop up, guys. Don't forget to click on the like when you punch out of the show. And I can wait to see you tomorrow night, 6 o'clock p.m. And don't forget my updated news. Until then, my friend, have an amazing, great night, everybody. We love you, people. Thank you, Pierre. Good night, Gary. Good night, Luciano. Good night, RJ. Booyah!